Yeah, there is a link. There is a link I sent in module. So just check it. Yeah. So if you want to attend the class in Zoom, there is a link which I put it in Moodle. If you want to attend your class in Zoom, there is a link in Moodle, okay? So you can check it. I'm saying there is a link in Moodle that you can attend the class in Zoom. No, I mean, I think it's better if you come to class, but if you're not available, like if you're at home, then you can use that link. So it doesn't have any password. Yeah, I can check the attendance in Zoom.
Yeah. So I only ever found the YouTube link. Is that still?
Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so do you have any question on what we did on Wednesday? Give me a minute. Okay, let's go to, you have a question on section 8.6. Okay, so let's do section 8. This one is introduction to complex numbers. Introduction to complex numbers. So this is a very short topic. So we're just doing the introduction to complex numbers. We're not doing much about it. So we can write whenever we have a square root of a negative number. Whenever we have a square root of a negative number, we say there is no, we say there is no real number that equals to the square roots. Whenever we have the square root of a negative number, we say there is no real number that equals the square root. So the square, like for example, the square root of negative, the square root of -1. So we are looking for a number where x, let's say x squared is equals to -1. So we are looking for a number where x squared, so the square root of -1. So we are looking for the number. So let's say this one is equals to x. So you're trying to look for the value of x where this x squared equals to -1. -1. Where the x squared equals to -1. So this will give us an imaginary unit. So it will give us an imaginary number. This imaginary number is called the I. So it will give us an imaginary unit called the I. So this I is the square root of -1, which is equals to I. So the square root of -1 is equals to I. This I is the imaginary number. So therefore, then I squared is equals to what? Is equals to -1. So I squared is equals to -1. Now, if B is a positive real number, if B is a positive real number, then the square root of -B, the square root of -B is similar to the square root of -1 times B. Yeah. So it is similar to the square root of -1 times B, which is similar to what? The square root of -1, the square root of B. So it is similar to the square root of -1 and the square root of B. Finally, because we know this is the square root of -1 is I, then it is equals to I, the square root of what? Square root of B. So this is not a standard way of writing this. We usually write S, the square root of B, and then I in the other side. So this is the standard way of writing. This is the standard way. But if you write like this, I don't have any issue with that. But we write as a standard way like this. Any question? Okay, so let's do example number 1. Example number 1. Example 1. The square root of -8. The square root of 8. So solve the square root of -8. So it is equals to the square root of -1 times what? Times 8. Similar to the square root of -1 times 8. This is also equals to the square root of -1 times the square root of 8. So we say the square root of -1 is I, the square root of 8. So again, we need to simplify the square root of 8. So we need to simplify the square root of 8. So 8, we have 2 for 4, then we have 2, 2. So it is equals to I, the square root of 2 times 2 times what? Times 2. Which is similar to I, the square root of 2 squared times what? Times 2. Then finally, this is the same as 2i, the square root of what? The square root of 2. Because when you distribute the power of 1/2, this will cancel. You factor out 2, and then this remains the square root of 2. Example. The square root of -40. The square root of -40. So again, this is equals to the square root of -1 times the square root of 40. So we know the square root of -1 is I, and then we have the square root of 40. So again, this is equals to I, the square root of 4 times what? Times 10. So we know the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 10 can remain like that. So it equals to 2i, the square root of 10. 2i, the square root of 10. Another example, the square root of -81. Square root of -81. So this is equals to the square root of 1, -1, times the square root of 81. And this is equals to I, the square root of 81. And finally, this one is equals to I times what? Is it 9? So you get 9i. Final one here, the square root of negative 114. So what is the square root of negative 114? So it is equals to square root of negative I, square root of 114. And this one is equals to I, the square root of 114. Can we simplify 114? So we can leave it like that. Okay, so let me introduce something small because you will not do this unless you do a course in future called complex analysis. That's what I'm doing this semester. So there is a course called complex analysis. So we deal with this complex number. So when we talk of the complex number, this is just the introduction. You will not use this unless you do the complex analysis. So the complex number is in this form, a plus bi, a plus bi. So a and b are real numbers. So a and b are real numbers. So this a is a real part. So the a is the real part, and then the b is the imaginary part. So a is the real part, and b is the imaginary part. So when b is 0, then we get the real number. When a is 0, we get the imaginary number, which is b pi. So you would use that in future. Any question? You have any question? So I have an activity here. So we will do it and then you scan it and then put it in Moodle if you can right now. Activity. Number 1, simplify. Simplify. Take the cube roots of -512. The cube root of -512. Number B, the fourth root of 80x8 y9. And then number C, 7 plus the root of 10 times 7 minus the root of 10. So just do it right now for the next 36 minutes, and then 36 or 26 minutes. look at the guys because it only log in there. Okay. You can use your notes. You can use anything. Okay, there is something I created in Moodle called activity. So you take a picture, scan it, and then send it over there.
this all into the rest of class.
You're done?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Okay. I'm already taken.
All the time, but I had to go figure out what's going on in my account so that I get it. But then,
Okay. And your exam is not very clear.
the writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have issues writing.
Why don't you write in one?
If you're looking at those my notes.
The other ones were your notes?
Yeah, the one that's like all squared up, that's my note. But then the other one where it's, I switched it all to one thing.
So which one? Yeah,
Oh, this is it.
this one?
Yeah.
About this.
And that's my note.
Oh.
Yeah, this is
You need to be writing like one line like this. One line like this. One portion. So that it would be so clear for me to.
it's like
Yeah. You see, it's so hard for me to grade it. But anyway, I'll go check it. All right. Do the same thing with